Imagine a time back in 2008 when many people lost trust in banks. The big banks made mistakes and regular people paid the price. During this time, a mysterious person or group named Satoshi Nakamoto had a big idea. What if we could have a new kind of money? Money that did not need banks or governments to work. This idea led to Bitcoin. It was a new system for people to send value directly to each other, anywhere in the world, without asking for permission. This was the simple, powerful dream that started it all. Since Bitcoin was created, people have tried to understand it in different ways. Some see it as a new kind of internet money. Think about how you use an app like Venmo or PayPal to send money to a friend. Bitcoin does something similar, but it's global and not owned by any single company. You can send it to someone next door or to someone across the ocean just as easily. This view sees Bitcoin as a practical tool for a world that is more connected than ever before, a true currency for the digital age. To understand how Bitcoin works, forget about complex code and think of a simple shared notebook. Imagine a special notebook that everyone in the world can have a copy of. Whenever someone wants to send Bitcoin to another person, they announce it to everyone. For example, Alice announces,
"I'm sending 1 Bitcoin to Bob."
Everyone with a copy of the notebook then writes this transaction down on a new page. This is the core idea of Bitcoin's public ledger, which is called the blockchain. It's a record of every transaction that has ever happened. Now, why does everyone need their own copy of this notebook? This is a very important part of making the system honest and secure. Because everyone has an identical copy, it's impossible for one person to cheat. Let's say a sneaky person named Eve tries to change a past entry in her own notebook. She might try to erase a payment she made so she can get her Bitcoin back. But her change would only be on her copy. Everyone else's notebook would still have the original, correct entry. The group would instantly see that Eve's copy is different and reject it as fake. This shared notebook system solves a big problem for digital money called the double spend problem. With a digital file, like a photo or a song, you can easily make a perfect copy. If digital money worked the same way, you could spend the same dollar twice by sending a copy to 2 different people. Each page in our shared notebook has a special feature, a magic seal. Think of this seal like a unique, complex fingerprint for everything written on that page. This seal is technically called a hash. If you change even a tiny detail on the page, like a single letter or a comma, the magic seal breaks and completely changes. This makes it instantly obvious if anyone has tampered with the information. The seal is created by a special mathematical process that is easy to do one way, creating the seal from the page's content, but impossible to do in reverse, figuring out the content from the seal. This system gets even more clever. Each new page in the notebook doesn't just have its own magic seal, it also includes the magic seal from the page that came before it. This is what connects all the pages together into a long, unbreakable chain, a blockchain. Page 100 has its own seal, plus a copy of the seal from page 99. Page 99's seal contains the seal from page 98, and so on, all the way back to the very first page. This creates a powerful dependency, linking every page to the one before it. This chain reaction is what makes the notebook's history permanent or immutable. Imagine someone tries to secretly change a transaction on an old page, like page 10. The moment they change it, the magic seal on page 10 breaks. Because page 11 contains the original seal from page 10, the link between them is now broken. So, who gets to add a new page to the shared notebook? This is where a special group of people called miners come in. Miners compete in a massive worldwide puzzle race. Every 10 minutes or so, a new puzzle is released to the entire network. The puzzle is very hard to solve, but easy for others to check if the answer is correct. Miners use powerful computers to try and find the solution as fast as they can. It's like trying to guess a specific number out of trillions of possibilities. The first miner to find the correct answer wins the race. The winner of this puzzle race earns a very special reward. First, they get the right to add the next page of transactions to the blockchain. They gather up all the recent transactions that people have announced and put them onto a new page, or block. Second, and more importantly, they are rewarded with a certain amount of brand new Bitcoin that was just created. This is how new Bitcoins enter the system. In addition to the new coins, miners also collect the small transaction fees that people included with their payments, which is another incentive for them to do this work. This entire process is called proof of work. The work is the huge amount of electricity and computing effort the miners spend trying to solve the puzzle. By proving they have done this work, they show their commitment to securing the network. To use Bitcoin, you need a wallet, but it's not like the leather wallet in your pocket. A Bitcoin wallet doesn't actually store your coins. Your Bitcoins only exist as records on the shared notebook, the blockchain. Instead, a Bitcoin wallet is more like a special keychain that holds the keys you need to access and spend your coins. It manages two very important types of keys: a public key, a private key. Understanding these two keys is essential for using Bitcoins safely and confidently. Your public key is like your bank account number. You can share it with anyone in the world without any danger. When someone wants to send you Bitcoin, you give them your public key, which is used to generate a receiving address. It's public information, and people use it to direct payments to you. It's perfectly safe for your public key to be seen by everyone, just as it's safe for someone to know your home address if they want to send you a letter. This key proves to the world where the money should go. Your private key, on the other hand, is like your bank account PIN or a secret password. It is the most important piece of information you own. This key must be kept completely secret at all times. Your private key is what you use to prove that you are the real owner of the Bitcoins associated with your public key. When you want to send Bitcoin to someone, you use your private key to sign the transaction, creating a digital signature. Sending Bitcoin might seem instant, but it follows a clear, step-by-step journey to become final. It all begins in your wallet. When you decide to send Bitcoin, you create a transaction message. This message says how much you want to send and the address of the person you are sending it to. Then, the most important step happens. You sign the transaction using your secret private key. This signature is your digital proof of ownership, telling the network you approve this payment. It's like signing a check, but with unbreakable digital security. Once signed, your transaction is broadcast to the Bitcoin network. It doesn't go straight into the shared notebook or the blockchain. Instead, it goes into a waiting area called the mempool. One of the most important rules of Bitcoin is its fixed supply. There can only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. This number is written into the core code of the system and cannot be changed. This makes Bitcoin a scarce asset, much like gold. Unlike national currencies, which can be printed by governments whenever they want, Bitcoin's supply is predictable and limited. This scarcity is a key reason why some people believe it will hold its value over the long term. It's a digital asset that cannot be devalued by creating more of it out of thin air. To control the release of new coins, Bitcoin has a process called the halving timeline. Simple halving timeline graphic. About every 4 years, the reward that miners receive for adding a new block is cut in half. When Bitcoin started, miners got 50 BTC per block. In 2012, it was halved to 25. In 2016, it dropped to 12.5, then to 6.25 in 2020, and again in 2024. This schedule ensures that the new supply of Bitcoin slows down over time, making it even more scarce as we get closer to the 21 million cap. The last Bitcoin is expected to be mined around the year 2140. The most important rule is this: never invest or risk more money than you are willing to lose.